Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back and I have an interesting video for you. Today this is more a VR for a comment that I saw the other day from Colin Wilson. This comment came through. Let me take a deeper look at the comment. It says, "Hello, can anyone tell me the measurements of the Esbit 585 milliliter cookset stove?" And he's interested in the height and internal diameter. Every site I've seen selling them gives different measurements, and I want to see if it will nest in my Stanley Adventure cooker. So Colin Wilson, this is the video for you. If you're interested in finding out if they'll fit together, now I'm guessing that you're referring to this Esbit cookset, the one that uses the fuel tabs. And if you didn't see my video on this stove, it's a pretty good one. I've put sticks and had fire in there and all kinds of stuff. So this Esbit pot is aluminum, and it has 400 milliliters stamped in the side of it. But that line is kind of low, so I'm guessing that it'll hold more liquid inside. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not completely sure if this is the Esbit that you're referring to. I think it is. I only have two Esbits. I have this one, and then I have the larger one that uses the alcohol stoves. And that one is quite a bit. I think that one's 750 milliliters or more. So I'm guessing this is the one that you're looking for, and comparing it to the Stanley Adventure Camp Cook Set. So let's take a look. Now, you wanted to know what the height of the pot was. So let's get our trusty tape measure out there. That height is under 4 inches. So I would say it depends on if you're counting the lid or not. If you want to count just the pot itself, I would say that pot is about 3 3/4 inches tall. If you want to add the lid to the equation and flatten the tab down, let's take a look. No, just under 4. Now, the inner diameter of the pot, let's take a look. About 3. It's funny because it's almost the same height as it is deep. Right at 3 3/4 inches. So the most important question that we're looking at, I guess, is will it nest inside the Stanley? Yes, it will, and it's pretty loose. Yeah, I would suggest getting like a small rag or towel or something, maybe a bandana, and using that to nest. That'll minimize all the rattle and stuff like that. Then you have a bandana or a rag or something that you can use at your campsite. Let's take a look and see if the Stanley lid will fit. It does. Very loosely, but it does fit. So that's kind of cool to know. Will the Esbit lid work on the Stanley? It doesn't really fit too well. Doesn't really fit. I mean, you could use it, but it's going to be a balancing act, and as soon as the water starts boiling, it's probably going to fall off. But you can use the Stanley lid on the Esbit. If that was to boil, that lid's going to stay put because it's just going to sit there and rattle. It's not going to fall. So I hope this answers your questions. So yes, it will nest. My suggestion would be to put this thing maybe upside down in your pack, something like that. The question about the cook set itself, will the Stanley Adventure sit on there? So if you're going to burn your little fuel tablets, could you set the Stanley? Absolutely. It actually nests pretty well on top of that. So you could use the stove with your Stanley, which would be a pretty effective option. They mesh up pretty nice. Look at that. They fit real good together. So you could definitely use the Stanley Adventure Camp cook set with that Esbit stove. Put your fuel tab in there and you could boil your water. So anyway, Colin, I hope that this video helped you out. I hope it answered your questions. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video. This is a nice little pot too. Yeah, so that's hopefully going to help you out. These little sets are nice. These little Esbit sets are good. They don't weigh nothing either. Pretty light little sets. And that's plenty of, you know, capacity between the Esbit and the Stanley Adventure Camp cook set. So again, I hope this answered your questions. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful